In this episode of Film Stock Reviews, I'm reviewing Season 1, Episode 8 of The Offer, titled Crossing That Line. This was an interesting episode. After the events of Episode 7, where Columbo got shot at the end of that episode, it's the aftermath. Ruddy wakes up from a nightmare where the gun's pointed at him. He wakes up and he talks to the police like nothing. The police don't believe that he's not doing anything with Columbo. So then all of a sudden, Gallo comes in, and tells, everyone that he wants to move to dissolve the Italian-American League. And then he will, control the film aspect of things. Ruddy and Gallo come face to face. Ruddy gets roughed up a little bit, and Gallo's like, I want a cut of the money. And then Ruddy's like, I never gave Columbo anything. And Gallo's like, you're lying to me. Gallo is one of those characters where he's annoying as shit, because I bet you he was like that in real life. And the interesting thing about this is that Ruddy needs to pay Gallo the money or something will happen to him. So you can tell Ruddy is looking over his shoulder now. He's afraid. And there's a scene where Talia Shire's character is actually hit in the face by Gianni Russo, the actor who plays her husband in The Godfather. Ruddy goes to Jimmy Caan, and Jimmy Caan, roughs up the actor in one of those big scenes in The Godfather where you see the brother rough up the brother-in-law because he hit, his sister. It's a really funny scene. It's interesting. Not only that, Ruddy makes several different moves to the budget in order to accommodate the filming in Sicily, where Michael goes to Sicily and hides out after he kills Salazzo and McCluskey. And, but when Gallo finds out that this is happening, Gallo's like, I want the money by midnight. Come to my birthday, I'm down the street at this and that. And it's interesting because if you know the history of the Italian mafia, the mob, La Cosa Nostra, or whatever you want to call it, you find out that Gallo goes to his birthday and it does get shot. And so you could tell that Ruddy is relieved at a dinner party after a certain scene was done filming. And it's really interesting. Not only that, Robert Evans is confronted by Ruddy about what's going on, what's happening. This is the time where in real life, Robert Evans was kind of having a heart-to-heart with Paramount. They didn't trust him, they didn't do anything. But he met with Robert Towne, the screenwriter of Chinatown, which we all know and that became one of the best scripts ever written in Hollywood. And that's saying something. And so when Robert Evans left Paramount, he took Chinatown with him. And that was Robert Evans' way of producing a film on his own. And Chinatown became a big, big hit. But then it's interesting because at this party, you find that Ruddy relaxes and everything. It's a great, great episode. 2 episodes left, 9 and 10. Curious to see what happens. Maybe the 10th episode, we'll see the premiere of them going to the premiere of The Godfather, what everyone thinks of it. And then maybe we get snippets of the ending of what happens to them now. It's going to be interesting to see. The acting is exceptional and amazing in this. Miles Teller is fantastic. The actors who play the characters are great. The actor who plays Marlon Brando is fantastic. Seeing them do the behind-the-scenes filming of this movie, one of the most quintessential and loved films of all time, and probably the best film of all time, it goes to show, okay, we don't have to actually show what's happening or film, because we know the scenes that are happening. Like the scene where Marlon Brando's Don Corleone gets shot and Fredo doesn't know what to do. We don't see that in here because we know what happens. Same thing with, the character of Sonny beating up the brother-in-law. We don't see that because we know what happens. And the whole Sicily thing, we understand what's happening. We've seen The Godfather. We know what happens in that movie. This is giving us a behind-the-scenes look at what's going to happen with that. If Paramount can give us another series where they dive deep into the behind-the-scenes making of another one of their big feature films, I would love to see that. I absolutely love Episode 8. I'm actually loving the show in general. The filmmaking vibes, the behind-the-scenes vibes, what went into it, what goes into it. I would say that if you're looking to get into filmmaking, watch this show just to see the nitty-gritty of behind the scenes of what goes into it and how stressed you see Ruddy going through things. It's just fantastic. It's magnificent. Me being a filmmaker, I understand what they go through, how to do certain things, and the aspect of producing. It's tough. It's rough. Even the screenwriting aspect, the lighting and everything. You just got to have your own sense of way and calm down, but it's really, really fun. It's really, really great. and it was really well directed, and everyone is giving their all in this series. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about episode 8 of the offer titled Crossing That Line. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What do you think is going to happen now that there's a few episodes left? Do you think something's going to happen? I mean, we know the movie gets made, like I've said in the previous reviews of this series. And, where do you see happening to certain other characters? Let me know in the comment section below about the questions I just asked. And I'll see you guys in the next review video. And be sure you tune in next week for my episode 9 review of The Offer.